Welcome to Are We the Only Ones? I'm Kathy.
Hi, I'm Ray.
And today we're going to talk about Target DEI and what's been going on recently. To give you some background.
Well, it came from the Trump administration's. I don't know. We don't know. Was it an executive order or was it just some? We need to figure that out.
It was some kind of order that terrified corporations that were already doing DEI stuff
to roll back.
To roll it back.
Yep.
So then for me, I believe that this Target boycott, which has been going on for quite some time, I want to say it was supposed to go for like 40 days or something like that, but I feel like it's been longer than that.
I still haven't gone back to Target.
I had to go to Target the other day for something, and I saw a lot of African Americans in there. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's over. But I wasn't sure. So what ended up happening was that for me, Target has always been an ally at Vote Run Lead. They have been one of our largest donors consistently. We're talking like tens of thousands of dollars, and helped like keep Vote Run Lead doing its mission. So when they rolled it back, it wasn't like they were anti-DEI. I need people to understand that Target was a consistent supporter of a women's nonprofit that was training women to run for office that was nonpartisan. And this organization puts up, if you're a BIPOC, you're going to definitely get platforms. So it's totally pro on every level of being pro-DEI through our organization, right? Like through Vote and Lead. So then with what was interesting is like finding out that along what I'm saying is like they are an ally, that they donated or attempted to donate a amount of money. I would imagine like a fairly large sum of money to Philly Pride, and Philly Pride rejected that money.
It's like Philly Pride 365 days, something. I think it was an organization. And they rejected it, which this goes back to one of the reasons that we even wanted to start this podcast is that these, I don't want to say liberal because there are people who are, in part of Pride that are not liberal, but people that are progressive are shooting themselves in the foot, right? You're refusing to take money that is going to help your cause because of where it's coming from, which it's
if
not
it was like anti your cause,
money,
yes,
it's not blood money.
It's not J.K. Rowling, right?
It's Target.
Right. Target has never said.
Still has a Pride collection.
Thank you.
You know, they still are elevating Black-owned businesses. They're still, Women's History Month. They still had women's history stuff on their app. I deleted my Target app after all this stuff started, so I don't know what's on there now, but they're still.
But they had a history of being supportive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, to me, it was friendly fire for sure, because you're going after people that actually are donating and supporting. And then by boycotting, they have less money to donate because they're not making as much money, right? So I want this boycott to end hopefully soon, simply because I would like the donations to continue coming for organizations that have been sustained by them for a long time.
Yeah.
And
I get the point of the boycott because we didn't want Target to bow down to the administration. I would rather them keep the DEI stuff and just be like, hey, we'll take the fine or whatever was part of the executive order. And I think that's what people were mad about, is that they're looking for these corporations to stand up to this administration and not bend the knee.
Yeah.
So I get the point of the boycott, which I haven't been shopping at Amazon or Target.
Right. Well, I think the point of the boycott, right, is to get them to reverse the policy and start donating again. So if they're donating, why are you continuing?
Why are we still
boycotting? So that's my point. They did what you wanted from the boycott because they're continuing to donate. They're not actually reversing everything.
It's just they're donating less.
But now you're going to actually like you said, shoot them in the foot by not shopping there. So then they won't have extra money to then donate to these causes. So it's like a genius way of actually taking it out at the knees, the causes, the allies, and everything like that, because of the fact that you turned the people you were helping against yourself, right, by accidentally putting back a little bit, which then hit your profits, like to the point where they're doing like shareholders meetings, and it's in there now that like basically like backlash of anti-DEI policies or others like social things
Like they're
can
actually
affect your
talking about
profit.
it. Yeah.
Yes, it's now in shareholders means. I just read about that, and that tells you that society as a whole is more towards being altruistic and helping everyone out, especially if you've made a ton of money, right? Than it is about protecting the corporate structure all the way. Like there are some places that will do that but over I think society is like because we're like Costco is making more money than ever, and I've been to Costco. It's hard to get in there. I'm like I can't even go in there right now because it's too crowded. Because they were pro and didn't back down.
Yeah.
So it's like both, right? Like
Oh, I went so hard on Costco. I was
like positively shopping, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, so
we never really even bought clothes at Costco, and I was like, I'm gonna just look at the clothes and grab stuff since I'm not at Target anymore.
yeah. So that's a conversion of a customer right there. You're proof of a conversion of a customer. So I think it's interesting though that like, you would have an administration that is not supportive of BIPOC stuff going after companies that were supportive of it to them to scare them to where they reduce their stuff and contribution and then take us out
that
way.
like government overreach, which is everything that the GOP doesn't stand for?
Yeah. But there, I'm like, I can see some of the smart strategy. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't give him enough credit.
Yeah.
So it's interesting now to sort of see that.
Playing chess, not checkers.
Well,
I hate those memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's doing what he wants it to do for sure.
But let's remember, like this boycott is brought on by Pastor Jamal Bryant, who was married
he's a pastor.
Yeah, who was married. That's why he's like a leader of a big church.
But you said he cheats on his wife all the time?
Well, they're no longer married because he cheated on her all the time. But then they tried to get back together, and he was still cheating her on the time. It was like on the show, like you knew that he was not. However, he's a very good father because he bought their daughters like a business, and they run. So like it's complicated, right? But like this particular boycott speaks to the whole complication of like everything of the situation in general. Where I'm like, oh, I thought it was a lot more like clean. It's not as like clean cut as you think it is. It is actually like the most weird, convoluted, friendly fire situation on the progressive side. Being like if the catalyst was the Trump administration, and then we're just like fighting each other in here, and we're like we shouldn't be boycotting companies that have always helped.
Too accountable.
Yeah, this is like Senator Al Franken.
Yep, we talked
getting
about
like attacked by Senator Gillibrand, and I love Senator Gillibrand, but that moment was not the best moment in terms of how we as a Democratic Party like held each other accountable.
Of rapists.
Yeah. So and then we open the door. You see how sometimes like the friendly fire. Like you open the door for something way worse. So I just want to remind, this is not an ad at all. We're not paid by Target anyway.
Yeah, I'm still not shopping at Target,
but I'm still saying like, I will actually start shopping at Target. Like I will not like boycott because when I realized that like that was affecting even the organization that I'm like, I had to.
I feel like I've replaced a lot of my Target needs with like mom and pop or like I shop at Vroman's, which is a local small business.
Nice.
It's a bookstore.
Well, I'm down with that.
And like, so, I mean, I already had a Costco membership, but like when I'm like looking for clothes, like especially kids clothes, there's not a lot of like little shops for kids clothes.
Yeah.
It's literally like Old Navy, at least affordable kids clothes because I'm not trying to spend $50 on a little kid t-shirt, but I would start picking up stuff at Costco versus like Target. And then, but yeah, like toys and stuff, I found like a local toy store that I started shopping at, that kind of thing. So like now I feel like I don't even have a need to go to Target.
Well, my thing is like boycott companies that really don't help. Like what are the Target's competitors? Were they better at pro-DEI? Are they known? That's what I'm saying. Just critical think, guys. Like please think critically about everything. It is important that we exercise. Like, yes, we proved the point. Pastor Bryant did it. I'm going to give him the respect that he deserves in the title. Like he showed that he has a lot of influence and his power and he should be respected. But also that like, okay, friendly fire, like can we back off a little bit or a lot of it because you're actually taking out other organizations that are, and it is still, I mean, they will donate. They just were trying to like be in a place where they weren't going to be attacked by the White House in that particular case, right? They're not lawyers. It's not the same as like a law firm that has cowered. to the whole executive order. That's a whole different thing, right?
That's a whole different thing.
This was like, oh shoot, we're already doing a lot. We've been so active being pro DEI that like they're coming after us. And I guess we could reduce a little bit is their concept of how they were trying to like handle it. And then it just got huge, right? And then it like really hurt them really, really bad.
And I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just the way of the wording, because I feel like when you roll back your DI, it doesn't mean you completely get rid of it.
Exactly.
So it's still there.
But it's
just
the reaction was harsh.
A little bit more under the table. And so it's not so in your face, which is,
Yeah. So, and then they come back and start donating. So that's the interesting, like, should they be accepting it? That's the interesting part. Like,
hell yes, accept the money.
Right? Take the money.
Take the money.
Take the money. Yeah. All right. So on that note, we would like to hear what you guys think about the Target DEI thing. Do you think like it went too far? You think they've learned their lesson? You think it's time to like support them because they were actually like donating a lot, and you want to see them be able to support these organizations continually? Let us know.
Yeah. Are we the only ones that feel like we're just holding each other to too high of a standard when it comes to all of this?
Yeah, this is like also like part of the cancel culture of like people that are actually trying to help you, and then you're holding them to an even higher standard than the companies that are not trying to help you. Like, let's just think about that.
Before we go, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and please feel free to comment.
Until next time, bye.